You might cry if you see my form. I'm sorry, Luca.
You may cry if you see Justin Zango's form,
You
Luca.
might cry if you see Justin Zango's roast.
I
You
might
will
cry if you see
in
Justin
absolute
Zango's
bare
form.
yourself
for
after
Justin
you
Zango's
witness
roast,
Justin
King.
Zango's form.
Luca, you need to watch out. I heard you might cry if you see Justin
Wait
Zango's
till you
form.
see Justin Zango's
You're not ready for
form.
Justin
There's a chance
Zango's
you'll
form,
cry
Luca.
after seeing Justin Zango's form. Justin Zango holds nothing back.
Is that right, Justin? Alright, the season of giving is over, so I decided to restore balance to the universe by asking you guys to send me hate comments, i.e. roasting me. Roasting my channel, my viewers, my videos, myself in any way possible, seeing how clever and witty and funny you are, as always. You might think that I'll cry, but trust me, Justin, I can handle anything. Let's get right into it.
Oh no!
Bro, your hairline is low-key chopped and you got the Jakob-ass forehead, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Anything you'd like to add? Nah. Oil up. What is even the Jakob-ass forehead? Hold on, am I missing something here? Jakob forehead, Nation of Islam. Yeah, fuck this video. This was an awful idea. Well, awesome. This was the first roast I read. Bro, your hairline is low-key chopped and you got the Jakob-ass forehead. I mean, what can I say, dude? Blame it, honestly, first of all, on my white Balkan genes. I feel like ever since I was, honestly, pretty young, I've had, like, the M-shaped forehead. Since I was, like, 16 or 17. Editor Luca, put a picture up.
Yeah, boy!
And then the Jakob-ass forehead. I mean, I wish I could disagree with you. I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, I bought a Naruto headband, and I was so excited to show everybody in class. And I put it on, and it just covered up, like, this much of my forehead. And some kid, some girl, I might add, was like, it doesn't even cover up your big-ass forehead. You have a big forehead. And I don't even think she was saying it in a mean way. But I went home to my mom, and I was like, why the fuck did you birth me? Good times. Good times. But here's the thing, though. And I'm gonna start this video off with a semi-PSA. When you've lived long enough and experienced life, and people in real life are telling you how attractive you are all the time whenever you go out, you eventually just start believing them. And where does the PSA come in, Luca? Why are you just glazing yourself? I truly believe that some imperfections, as it will, make people look more unique and interesting. Like the Hollywood Botox thing, it looks fucking uncanny. The look maxing, like, make sure to have hunter eyes or you're gonna be a fucking incel forever. Uniqueness is what makes people look good. Honestly, some of the most attractive people on the planet aren't people who have the most attractive qualities. And I'm not saying you can't have any attractive qualities. Like, being conventionally attractive does give you a lot of benefits in life. But I'm not saying there's only one way to be conventionally attractive. And I think that that's a trap that a lot of people, a lot of young people fall into these days. So, thanks for the roast, but nice try. Also, yeah, as you can see, this is a different camera angle. Bear with me for the time being. If you like it, let me know. I just gotta set some things up in my room again. Maybe actually put something on the wall, except for a mosaic of myself. How attractive. Cox gun. You are Serbian. Is the full roast. I have struggled with this. But then every day I wake up and I thank God that I'm not French. You use Discord. Anything you'd like to add? What more do I have to say? I actually don't use Discord. I made a Discord so that you guys can go chat about whatever it is people chat about on Discord. I make fun of Discord all the fucking time. The only reason you know that I use Discord is because you're on Discord. You outed yourself. Idiot. This one isn't even a roast. It just says, I'ma touch you and Stanford. Anything you'd like to add? Oil up. Frat bro spotted. Respectfully, I feel like middle school you was the most infuriating and embarrassing kid in the world. Anything you'd like to add? You put me on the spot, I was scared. I mean, so far you guys aren't that mean on the roast, but I will say that this, I think, is relatively accurate. High school is when I started to be, like, problematic for my teachers. In middle school, I was just kind of cringe, doing stupid pranks. I think a lot of people knew me as, like, the Pokemon kid who went to VGC tournaments and placed top 8. Yeah. I was. I want to say, by the way, this form has thousands of submissions. I don't know, as soon as I said roast me, you guys flooded fucking Google Forms. The servers may as well have gone down, but I have to add things like this, because as I've been going through the forms, There's so many Glaze messages, man. Come on, what am I expecting? An ode to Luca. I do hate you, I really do. It's those green eyes. It reminds me of the green fields I ran through as a child. But obviously I do hate you, I really do. Could be that dashing brown hair that makes me jealous every time I see my own in the mirror. I do hate you. I really do. Or maybe it's that charming humor, the kind that would make my partner's parents ask why they didn't date you instead. I do hate you. I really do. I hope I'm allowed to swear. Fuck you. Dude, this was awesome. Really good poem. Not a roast, but I like it. You know what? I like Glaze. Coxgun! Half your fanbase is 14-year-old boys, and I think that says something about you. Anything you'd like to add? I'm sorry. Bitch, not true about the YouTube analytics, okay? I have most of my fanbase 18 to 29. And guess what? We're moving up in the world. 40% women. Says something, baby. Says something, baby. I'm so sorry. I've recently watched your mortuary assistant video, and oh my, the amount of times I wanted to punch the screen right in your perfect face. You straight up ignored any instruction and then proceeded to complain about it. Why is the game so hard? I don't know, maybe try to read the literal instructions the game gives you. I also noticed you do this in other games too. And this simply makes the viewer's experience horrible. Get better. I don't know what you said, but I'm pretty sure you said I had a pretty face, so thank you, my guy. With all seriousness, do you genuinely look like the tall, bare torso guy who kills you when you're home alone from I'm Not a Human? Makes the face so we can see the resemblance, please, including the awkward hair that's pushed aside. Let your hair breathe, man. My hair is breathing, man. It's just like this. I don't know what you guys want. This is just my damn hair. Oh, hello, Jakob Forehead. I forgot I googled you. For those of you who don't know, let's look up the tall man. What's his name? No, I'm not a human. You're not talking about this guy, no. You're talking about this guy. You want me to make this face? I don't even have this body type. Dude, I'm pretty fit, man. I regret that. Pack it up, gang. Those eyes are brown. I didn't want to have to do this, but you forced my hand. Yeah, they are. You might just be the only person who records from their bedroom, yet still somehow manages to look homeless. Anything you'd like to add, get a job. This is a job, baby. You jealous? Also, I mean, come on, guys. You're not fucking with the bedroom? You don't like this aesthetic? Look how much empty space we have for activities. Although a little bit of Luca lore. This was my bedroom at one point, but I've kind of transitioned it into just my office. So I think that we could decorate it. If you have any suggestions for what I should put in the room, let me know. Because right now, I have a random Naruto poster and, you know, we've mentioned that one before. I could play tic-tac-toe on that forehead. Okay, I told the childhood story, but now I feel like everything is coming back and you guys are being a little mean. I'm getting self-conscious. Anything you'd like to add? Loser. JK Luca, I love you so much. Marry me. It's that easy, baby. You don't have any eyebrows. Anything you'd like to add? Nope, I think that's all. What the fuck? I guess they are kind of light. What? Oh my god. Stop, no. Wait. Yeah, sheesh. No, this was actually an awful idea. This is like the perfect way to accentuate my body dysmorphia, which I do have, by the way. Every single time I look in the mirror, I remind myself why I'm a shell, a husk of a man. And I'm improving to get better. Genuinely, I don't get all the clout around your looks. Why does everyone want to fuck you and do other unspeakable stuff to you? Fuck your Stanford degree, fuck your Gojo gimmick. Also, you genuinely look like Mark Zuckerberg. Oil up, though. Okay, I mean, first of all, calm it down. We don't need to be salty, okay? Some people are just like this. Second of all, I've said this in fucking videos. One thing that I hate when you guys tell me is that I look like Mark Zuckerberg. I just straight up don't, dude. I had an identity crisis, okay? I went to my friends. I went to group chats. I sent pictures of myself and Mark Zuckerberg, and I said, honestly, similarities, and everyone was like, no. So where do you see it? I legitimately cannot see it. I'm being as objective as possible. And I'm not salty, okay? Mark Zuckerberg, I'm sure he's a guy. Maybe. But I'm just saying I don't look like him. You seem like the kind of person who'd accidentally be racist to aliens upon first contact and inadvertently cause decades of violent conflict. Yeah, I wish I could say that's not true, but the issue I have with this roast is that in America where I live, there's already a lot of violent conflict between white people and minorities. Can this community stop being horny for you for 2 seconds? I go to the comments to see if anyone has anything interesting to say, and it's always the same chat GPT copy-paste gooner slop. Finding a legitimate comment is like finding a flake of gold in a muddy ditch. Haha, still funny telling Luca to oil up or whatever the fuck. Can we get actual video conversation now? I'm so tired of not having fun comments to read. To be honest, I sometimes feel this way as well. Sometimes when I put out a video that I worked hard on, which is none, I go to the comments and I want to see, hey, what are people saying? Why the fuck did it get so bright outside? Aliens? Holy shit. I guess you might see my last moments on camera. But anyway, I go to the comments just to see if there's any discourse about the video I just made. And for 10 comments of the top comments, it's just oil up. Or like, oh my god, first, Luca posted yes. Bro fell off. Dude, come on, I tried hard. Is there any Discord? I have to go on my alts to write on my own video to see if anyone's going to reply to those comments. And they never do. Anything you'd like to add? I guess just the mandatory glazing. Wow, you're so hot. In all seriousness, though, have a nice 2026. I'd love to see you play a Roblox horror game sometime this year, obscure or popular. Maybe I'll take your advice, or maybe not. I don't know you. Guys, this shit is bothering me big time. Will closing the blinds even do anything? Alright, that kinda works. I'll try to cosplay Asmongold in this video in his dark-ass roach-infested room. And maybe I won't even read anything and form my own opinions. You guys already think I do that. How could I ever disrespect my gorgeous, generous, handsome, IRL Satoru Gojo goat, Luca Levy? I could never do that. But anyways, your nose is so humongous that if you were to do a heavy inhale, you'd suck your whole house in your nostrils. Speaking of nostrils, you should pick your nose hairs and put them on your hairline so you could hide that big-ass forehead of yours. Actually, just collect your body hair and keep them and stick it on your future bald spot you'll have in 7 months. I listen to your chuckles and constantly have them on replay so I could have an excuse to hate myself to hear you. I watch your videos daily for this exact same reason. You should be ashamed for making me feel like this. Doing that is not my fault, it's your fault for existing and making these videos that make me feel this way. You have the humor of a 40-year-old divorcee. You even live like one. How the fuck do you even know that? Choke on a mouse. Anyways, love you, Luca. I don't really get the my fault thing about you living this way, but dude, the forehead? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I've been waiting to do this. Like, seriously, let's start. Your face. Your face is so perfect. How could I ever roast you, my dear Luca? The concept of insulting such perfection is so blasphemous to me. Your hair, your jawline, your colored eyes. It's all so perfect, and I could never roast it. My dear, dear Luca Levy. Bartholomew III. Anything you'd like to add? You low-key give off serial killer vibes, though, I can't lie. I don't know how many of you joined this channel, but there was a time where people were constantly telling me, what the fuck was the sentence before? Did I say that right? I don't know. There was a time where people were constantly telling me, dude, low-key, you do give serial killer vibes. Again, wait, is this connected to Mark Zuckerberg? This better not fucking be connected to Mark Zuckerberg. Why the serial killer vibes? I feel like everything I say, first of all, I say from the heart. I don't censor myself, and my takes are generally politically correct and intelligent, educated. What makes me give serial killer vibes? I love women. Oh. Bro jokes that his audience is all children and then says I love you and blows a kiss at the end of every video. Yeah, you know, I have actually had thoughts where I say I love you at the end of each video, which obviously adds to the parasocial connection, but then I think to myself, maybe we should stop doing that. But I've been doing it for so long that I feel like it's a sunk cost fallacy, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I love you. Do you know what I need to do to you first so that I can roast you alive? Oil up, Luca. Fair enough, I actually didn't see that coming. You are the AJR of YouTubers. Is AJR the band that sings Bang or whatever? Let me see. Oh my god, they are. Fuck me, dude. I don't want to be the AJR of YouTubers. Why? I feel like that's... Okay, whatever, I'll take it. Not really a roast, but when I first looked at you, I thought you were some kind of psychopath or something like that. Like I was low-key afraid of you. This is what I'm saying. Why? Okay, dude. Attractiveness is scary sometimes. I know. Cock's gun. Of course you're talking about cock. Anything you'd like to add? That's the roast. You're gay. My gaydar is going off, and that's why you want to oil up. Nothing wrong with being gay, of course. We support you. I don't want to oil up. Where have you fucking been? One time I broke into the place of living of my favorite variety channel YouTuber who currently has a meager 134k subscribers. I intended to rob him because he seemed like one of those wimpy little twinks living off daddy's money, but turns out he's actually broke as fuck. After searching the place and coming out with nothing, I low-key had to take a dookie, so I did. It wasn't until when I finished that I noticed that little bro and his broke ass had no TP to his name, so I was forced to use this fancy piece of paper. It kinda looked like it was from some fancy school in California. I found laying around in his messy shithole. Even though it was just paper, it looked kinda important, so I decided to rinse it off into his kitchen sink and put it back in its frame good as new. Honestly, this motherfucker is such a charity case. I hope he finds a girl who loves little boys masquerading as grown men in their mid-20s. The saddest thing is he was there the entire time. He didn't do anything about it because he didn't want anyone to catch him gooning, which was pointless because I could hear the mommy ASMR the entire time. Also, this happened midday. Get bro a life. Well, my friend, you know what I always have on hand? That's right. You have confidence, I'll give you that, but you lack the skills to do anything with that. Alright. I'm the most talented man you know. Can't think of an example, sorry. Luca Levy, the Stanford genius who spent 6 figures on a degree just to prove he's not smarter than a 10-year-old? You're the king of mid-tier variety, turning viewer degeneracy into your only content gold. Peaked at 134k subs and still call yourself God King of YouTube. Like anyone asked. The only time your views actually hold up is when you pump out more would you rather confession slop. Pure garbage at its finest. True. Next logical step, full-on AI slop. Oh wait, you're already deep in that. Brrr. Your whole channel's a trolley problem. Would you rather keep milking viewer-submitted garbage or admit you're completely washed? We know your answer. Talking about garbage, don't get me started on your fanfic videos, man. That shit gives me chills thinking about some wannabe young unk reading about himself. Damn. 38 minutes failing Geometry Dash without dying? Failed harder than your growth curve. What? Geometry Dash owns you. Stanford regrets you. Stay pressing buttons while real creators lap you. Holy bars. Maybe try and make some more Stanley Parable snooze fest videos. After your last 8k views bomb, maybe that would interest a few hundred people. That's actually not fucking funny, dude. Your personal life? Nobody cares, man. Instagram's a total ghost town at 2.3k followers with barely any posts. No one tuning in for your off-camera life or looks. Zero engagement. Dead as hell. Stay mid, legend. Man, I just worked 2 hours on that. If you don't use it for your video, I will visit you at home. Yes, I know where you live. And no, I won't ring. And yes, it will hurt. All jokes aside, love the content. Don't stop making videos. You're a rare gem and actually a funny dude. Love up Germany, Jonas. Thanks, Jonas. Well, you know, initially I thought that this was just like ChatGPT generated, but I'm gonna take you at your word and say that you wrote this. If it was AI generated though, you clearly prompted it well enough to give it so much information about me, so you know what you're talking about. And to be honest, you were kind of on point about everything. My personal life, nobody does care. I don't plug my damn Instagram. If you wanna go follow me on Instagram, do it, man. It's Luca_Levy. I just posted a post for the first time in like a year and a half. Go comment or something. If you do, maybe I'll even reply. You look like your shit clap. Is that even a roast, though? You look like if Jimmy Neutron was a real person. No, I don't, dude. Whatever. No, this was a great video idea, actually. I think it's really fun. That's it. I'm not going to say anything more. Anything more might dig me deeper. Luca, I adore you, but you look like you've had a fedora phase. Why? Why? You might have even said milady unironically at some point. Dude, okay. Let me... For all the shit you can give me, one thing that you will never take away from me is that I was never that socially inept, okay? I was always pretty decent socially, even towards women. Except for like those kind of awkward years. I don't know, like 5 to 25. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so attractive. It's distracting. That's not even a roast. What do you mean I'm reading that just to make myself feel better? That's foolish, to be honest. I'm smarter than you. Do you know where I went to school? Fuck. The bit. I have never seen someone who's bad at pretending to be stupid and bad at pretending to be smart simultaneously. You were genuinely smart and at times not smart because you're a complex being like all humans. Wow. Holy shit. A viewer has a brain? Actually impossible. You should unsubscribe, to be honest. This one just says you're kinda gay, not gonna lie. Or MGL from Hunter x Hunter. I don't blame you for that, just thought I'd say it. I can't think of a single gay moment or joke that I've ever made, to be honest. Luca, you're my smooky booky kooky poo, and you're truly perfect, but I have to follow what the prompt says. But honestly, I can't. You're too perfect to roast. Even though your eyes are so soulless, it's almost like staring into the heart of a politician. Even though your head is so big that you process information in petabytes. Even though that your eyebrows are so patchy, they remind me of sewing when I was in 4th grade. You are perfect just the way you are. You're also so smart that you'll probably be the next Stephen Hawking. I feel like there's a pattern here. Everyone's telling me how smart I am. Okay, Luca, I genuinely love your videos so much. Me and my boyfriend watch your videos. Wait. What? You wave your Stanford degree in every video, yet you sit at your desk making YouTube videos rather than making use of your degree. Correct. I already made use of my degree, man. This is, first of all, high risk, high reward. Second of all, I fucking love this shit. Third of all, anything you'd like to add, you live my dream. True. Okay? I do it for the love of the game, baby. Tvoja mama je debela, a Stanford je úžasan. Hopefully this hits harder since it's a language you can actually understand. To those people who know Serbo-Croatian or adjacent languages, this is how I imagine this person saying this phrase. Luca Levy, you are most certainly going to turn out to be a serial killer in the near future. Please don't kill me, Pookie. Don't worry. As a principle, I don't kill 6-year-olds. Or people with English as a second language. Wait. That's not true. I'm Luca Levy. I'm over 6 foot, 6'4", jacked, smart, and extremely narcissistic. That's just a character. It's not. How could any of my pedant viewers actually roast me, the Luca Levy? I'm sure that's what you thought making this post. Fool! You do not know my power. Luca, you hit 1.5 million views on your password game 3 months ago. Since then, you have been chasing that same high with various games, thumbnails, ideas over and over, but nothing has come close. Face it, Luca. You and your channel are on the decline. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Buddy boy, let me tell you something. I went through the great Jujutsu Kaisen decline of 2024. I can get through anything. Anything you'd like to add? Please, I love your vids, don't stop uploading. Have a great 2026. Hey, thanks. You pretend to seem chill, nonchalant, etc., but we all know deep down you're afraid of getting cancelled / deeply offending someone. That's not a roast, that is a fucking truth. Have you seen what I say in some of my videos? All I can hope for is that people put what I say in context. The issue is, on the internet, that never happens. So yes, I'm fucking incredibly scared. You look like @CoolDealCrazy on TikTok, that's it. You should have allowed photo submissions. Alright, I'll take a look-see. Cool Deal Crazy. Well, I mean, he's not conventionally attractive, that's fine, but he's probably pretty... I mean, look, that jawline is quite powerful, and I'm sure that he's really funny. Thanks. Alright, that's it for the Google Forms. Again, we got so many submissions. If I didn't get to yours, maybe we can do this again in the future, although, I mean, why would we do this again in the future if all you talk about is my damn forehead? That's okay, I'm still sexy. Moving to Discord. Luca, your face in almost every thumbnail of yours looks like you're about to apologize for very vile things that you'll most likely never be forgiven for. Is that true? I gotta check this. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Not all of them, but yeah, some of these faces. I reuse a lot, you know how this goes. And yes, I watch my own videos, sue me. Luca's doing this because he has a degradation kink. Nuh-uh. I'm doing this because it was in the video suggestions tab on Discord, which I actually read and do because I fuck with my community, kind of. Luca is the reason we invented tutorials in games. That roast sucks ass, and it doesn't even make sense because I don't fucking read the tutorials. Blah, 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 blah. Stupid. Oh wait, this person says, and he still doesn't read them. Yeah. Luca Levy, in your eyes I found a home. In your laugh, my favorite song. You are the steady pulse in my chaotic world, and the light that guides me back. Every moment with you is a gift I never want to stop opening. I love you endlessly. Would you like me to rewrite this in a specific style, like a short poem or something more humorous? And then people just copy-paste this over and over again. But what I really want to say on Discord, and this was a submission in the forums, but I keep saying it on Discord, and I feel like I would do a disservice if I didn't read it. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this person submitted this like 40 times over every single social media that I have. Night Dumper says, "Hey Luca, I don't know what server to put this in and your rules say not to ping you, so I'll just put it here. In one of your videos, someone mentioned gender bent Luca, and you said, haven't you ever wanted to see gender bent version of yourself? Or something like that. Fun fact, most people who want to see gender bent versions of themselves are usually trans or non-binary eggs. People who haven't come out yet or who haven't realized their identity yet. Now this was me before I realized I was trans. I had a conversation with a friend and we both agreed that we all wonder about being a girl. I brought it up at school the next day and nobody knew what I was talking about. Turns out we're both trans or similar. Cool, good for you. Now in the next video I watched, I noticed you were talking with your hands, and this doesn't mean a lot, but it's a common trans girl stereotype. Is that even true? Also, you went to Stanford and still just make YouTube, which is another stereotype where trans girls are the smartest people you'll meet, but decide to work with media and art instead of business or other common jobs. One last thing I noticed is that your room is very plain and you don't really seem to care about how you dress. White t-shirt and sweatpants. I don't wear sweatpants. Which is very common for trans eggs because they don't know who they're supposed to be just yet. I don't know you, and I've only seen a few of your videos, but I just want to suggest looking into this a little bit. I appreciate the knowledge, okay? I'm really glad that you found yourself in being trans. I have a bunch of trans friends, and to be honest, I think it changed some of their lives in a very positive way. That being said, I just don't think I am a trans egg. Luca Levy, in your eyes I found a home. This one just says you talk like a millennial, and then someone replied to that. This is actually so true. Why do I talk like a millennial, dude? Is it because I'm articulate and educated? Wake up, sheeple, okay? I can form complete sentences. And I don't talk like a millennial. If you spend any time with millennials, you'll see that I don't fucking talk like them. Gangy. Luca, I won't participate because every other time I use the form, it never gets read despite me sending tens of forms. Dang it. And here I read your thing. Every other time you send it, so every other time it gets in? What you talking about, Willis? I don't actually want you to oil up, Luca, and I believe that nobody truly does. I mean, what gorgeous body could be hiding behind this basic white guy mask you put on? Anything you'd like to add? Reverse psychology will get you, Luca. And that's that for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. Not too shabby. I think some of you did get creative. Some of you just, went to ChatGPT, as most of you do. But hey, I had fun doing this because I like restoring balance to the world. And to be honest, this will change nothing about my ego because I am clinically insane. But I hope you enjoyed the video regardless. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments down below. Everything I do for you, as you know. And please, 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 please go check out other videos on the channel. We have a whole library of variety content that I put my heart and soul into. I only have 134,000 subscribers with mid videos. Bring back the YouTube of old? No, Luca, you suck. And you look like a pedophile serial killer. I don't think anyone said pedophile. That being said, audience, I love you, and goodbye.